All right, welcome back for the last chunk. We just want to kind of get some practice. The same way I've done practice and other things is I just went and I found an old exam question, right? So this is an exam question from a final exam, I don't know, a couple years ago. So we'll just read it and we'll just kind of solve it together, right? So this problem, it was problem 4 apparently. They wanted you to name a certain thing. I don't really care. This problem statement said there are two switches, normally closed momentary, I1, and then the other one's also normally closed momentary. And so the first question was, mark how you will show them in PicoSoft. We asked that a lot, right? So I mean, this is easy. Normally closed is this guy, momentary is yep, so this guy on I1 and I2. I3 doesn't matter, right? So I just don't even care what you do for I3. I would just leave it blank, right? All right, so that was question number 1. When we start writing this in PicoSoft, we'll apply it there. That was just the setup. Don't worry, the problem's not over. The actual problem statement was this. If I1 becomes broken, and then within 2 seconds, I2 becomes broken, then you should count up by 1, right? If the reverse order happens, so if you get an I2 broken and then an I1 broken, again, it has to be within 2 seconds, then you count down by 1. And then when C1 is positive, Q1 should be on, and then whenever it's 0, Q1 will be off. So let's go ahead and open up PicoSoft. You can save something if you've got something else open. I don't even know what that was. It was probably something with counters. You can create a new file, drag over your PLC, and then what I'm going to do first, just so I don't forget later, is I'm going to make these types the correct types, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and make them normally closed momentaries. All right, so now I'm ready to go with my my circuit diagram. See what you can do on your own. So we'll solve it together, but see if you can tackle this guy and actually play with it in the simulation on your own. All right, so I'm going to solve it with you. So essentially what we've got here is we've got an I1. We'll solve that first count up situation first. So if it becomes broken, then that's going to begin a 2-second interval window. There's a lot of ways to solve this. This solution, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say kick off a timer that's a 2-second off delay. So as soon as I let off, which I assume I'm going to press it fairly quick, you've got a 2-second window. If in that 2-second window, so while T1 is high, if you have a break on I2, then what I want you to do is I want you to count up, right? Count up is easy, you just drop it in here. If its set point is 1, right? So if it's positive, then it's going to be like controlling whatever it controls. So that's counting up. The counting down situation is very similar, but the reverse. So we'll have a T2 controlling a timer 2. Timer 2 is also going to be an on delay. Oops, I said on delay. I meant to say off delay. Man, teacher's trying to confuse you. So I want a 2-second like bonus window. Like after you click it, there's like a 2-second bonus window. And if you click the other button in that time interval, it's going to count. So this guy, T2, is also a 2-second off delay. And if you click while that bonus window is active, if you click an I1 not, I1 break, because it kept asking for becomes broken, because these are normally closed, so if they become broken, I forgot to make that one a break, I fixed that real quick. Then what I want you to do is I want you to count down. We're going to cheat, we're going to use our little like shortcut countdown trick. Is if you want to send a pulse to make it count down, then what you can do is this little guy. To be honest, that's a little dangerous, right? Because you're setting up to count down, and then you're instantly counting down, and then you're turning it off. But it seems to work, so despite being a little dangerous, I'm okay with it. And then what I want you to do is have this counter control the Q. So let's go see if we've done anything useful with this solution. So what I want to do is I'll watch my counters here, and then I'll just watch this rung for when the whole thing comes high. So if I hit play on this guy, so if I hit I1, then I2, it counts up. I'll do it again. So I1, I2, counts up. I1, I2, counts up. It actually counted down because I was too fast there. I1, I2, counts up. If I do the reverse order, I2, I1, you can see it's down to 2. I2, I1, it's down to 1. I2, I1, it's down to 0. And you can see that when it's 0, it's off. If I do an I1, then an I2, then it's on. So I think that this solution works. So if I was in the exam, I would raise my hand. I'd say, hey, come over, check this thing out. It does just what you wanted. See you next time.